If I told you some of the foods sitting in your kitchen were quietly draining your testosterone, would you believe me? Not in an obvious way, no red warning labels, no bitter taste, but slowly, meal after meal, they chip away at your strength, your energy, and your drive. Sometimes it's not what age takes away, it's what your plate steals every day. And for men over 60, that theft is even harder to detect because the symptoms, more belly fat, lower motivation, slower recovery, feel like just getting older. But I've seen the other side of this story. I've worked with men who removed just a few key foods from their diet, and within weeks they felt stronger in the morning, sharper at work, and more confident in their own skin. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you which everyday foods can quietly kill testosterone, and more importantly, how to replace them with choices that protect your hormones, your health, and your vitality for years to come. For more than 3 decades, I've been sitting across the table from men who thought their best days were behind them. Some were veterans who could once run for miles without stopping. Others were business owners who used to power through 14-hour days without a second thought. But now, they were tired, losing muscle, and watching their confidence quietly fade. In many of those cases, the real culprit wasn't age, it was food. Not just the obvious junk, but the hidden ingredients in healthy snacks, packaged meals, and even drinks they thought were helping them. I've seen it firsthand. When men over 60 learn how to spot and avoid the foods that hurt testosterone, their mornings feel stronger, their focus comes back, and they rediscover the drive they thought was gone for good. That's why today, I'm going to walk you through the most common testosterone-killing foods and show you exactly what to eat instead, so you can protect your hormones with every bite. Every bite you take sends a message to your body. Some foods say, build muscle, repair, stay strong. Others whisper, slow down, store fat, lower testosterone. The problem is, those second types of foods don't always look dangerous. They might be neatly packaged, labeled, low-fat, or heart-healthy, sitting right in your pantry. But inside, they're loaded with ingredients that disrupt hormones, raise estrogen, and rob your body of the nutrients it needs to keep testosterone high. I've met men who thought their fatigue, low drive, and stubborn belly fat were simply the cost of aging. But when we looked at their diet, the truth was right there in plain sight: hidden sugars, processed oils, and nutrient-deficient foods that were slowly draining their strength. Once they cleared these foods out, the change was undeniable. Better energy, more stable mood, and even a leaner waistline without spending more time in the gym. In the next section, I'll explain exactly how food interacts with your testosterone, and why certain ingredients can sabotage it long before you notice the symptoms. Every time you eat, you're not just feeding your stomach, you're feeding your hormones. Testosterone production depends on a delicate balance of signals, and certain foods can either strengthen or weaken those signals within hours. Here's how it works. 1. Blood sugar and insulin. When you eat foods high in sugar or refined carbs, your blood sugar spikes. Your body responds by releasing insulin to bring it down. The problem? High insulin levels tell your body to store fat instead of building muscle. And more body fat, especially around the waist, increases an enzyme called aromatase, which converts testosterone into estrogen. 2. Nutrient availability. Testosterone isn't created out of thin air. Your body needs building blocks like zinc, vitamin D, and healthy fats. If your diet is low in these nutrients, or filled with processed foods that crowd out real nutrition, testosterone production slows. 3. Inflammation and hormone signaling. Certain processed oils, additives, and alcohol can trigger inflammation. Chronic inflammation interferes with the brain's ability to signal the testes to produce testosterone, reducing levels over time. When you combine these factors, high insulin, low nutrients, and constant inflammation, it's like trying to grow a strong plant in dry, rocky soil. The potential is there, but the environment is all wrong. The good news? By identifying and removing the worst offenders, you can start creating a hormone-friendly environment within days. In the next section, we'll start with food number 1 on the testosterone-killing list, a sweet culprit that hides in more places than you might think. That muffin at breakfast, the white bread at lunch, the sweetened tea in the afternoon, they may taste harmless, but to your testosterone, they're like pouring sand into an engine. Processed sugars and refined carbs hit your bloodstream fast, spiking blood sugar and forcing your body to release a surge of insulin. In the short term, this crash and spike cycle leaves you tired and craving more sugar. In the long term, it pushes your body to store fat, especially around the belly. Why does belly fat matter so much? Because it increases aromatase, an enzyme that converts testosterone into estrogen. That means every donut or sugary drink is giving your body a subtle signal to make less testosterone and more estrogen. These foods also crowd out the nutrient-rich options your body needs to build hormones, things like zinc, healthy fats, and quality protein. Better swaps. Instead of sweet cereal, scrambled eggs with spinach and avocado. Instead of white toast with jam, Greek yogurt with walnuts and blueberries. Instead of soda, sparkling water with lemon or lime. Even reducing processed sugar for just 2 weeks can lead to better energy, improved mood, and more stable testosterone signals. In the next section, we'll move to food number 2, a habit many men see as harmless, even relaxing, but it quietly chips away at testosterone night after night. A drink in the evening can feel like a reward, a way to relax, unwind, and mark the end of the day. But for testosterone, that reward often comes with a hidden cost. When alcohol enters your system, your liver works to break it down. While it's busy doing that, it puts other jobs, like regulating hormones, on the back burner. This can temporarily lower testosterone production, and if drinking is frequent or excessive, it can suppress your levels long term. Alcohol also disrupts sleep quality, even if you fall asleep faster after a drink. Since most testosterone is produced during deep sleep, broken or shallow sleep means you're missing out on one of your body's prime hormone building windows. And there's more. Excess drinking raises cortisol, your stress hormone, which competes with testosterone for resources. Over time, that imbalance can leave you feeling tired, weaker, and less motivated. Better approach. Limit alcohol to no more than 2 to 3 drinks per week if you're aiming to support testosterone. Choose lower sugar options like dry wine, light beer, or spirits with soda water, but avoid sugary mixers. On nights you drink, hydrate before bed and get sunlight plus movement the next morning to help your body reset. Cutting back, even for a month, can lead to noticeably better sleep, more consistent morning energy, and a stronger sense of focus. In the next section, we'll cover food number 3, an ingredient that hides in your cooking oil bottle and may be inflaming your hormones every single day. Some oils keep your testosterone fire burning. Others quietly smother the flame without you even tasting it. Oils like soybean, corn, and canola are cheap, shelf-stable, and used in everything from salad dressings to packaged snacks. But behind the convenience is a problem. They're high in omega-6 fatty acids, which, in excess, promote chronic inflammation. Why does that matter for testosterone? Inflammation disrupts the communication between your brain and testes, the very signal that tells your body to produce testosterone. It's like static on a radio, distorting the message until it barely comes through. These oils are also often refined at high heat, which creates compounds that can further stress your body's cells. Over time, the combination of inflammation and oxidative stress weakens hormone function and energy production. Better swaps. Use extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil for salads and low-heat cooking. Use coconut oil, ghee, or grass-fed butter for higher heat cooking. Check labels on packaged foods. If vegetable oil is one of the first ingredients, consider another option. Men who make this swap often report less joint stiffness, better digestion, and more consistent daily energy, signs their inflammation is calming and testosterone has room to rise. In the next section, we'll look at food number 4, a plant-based protein source that can be helpful in its natural form but problematic in its processed version. Not all plant proteins are created equal, and soy is one of the most misunderstood. Whole soy foods like edamame or fermented miso can be part of a healthy diet. But many men over 60 are getting their soy from highly processed sources, soy protein isolates, textured vegetable protein, or cheap soy fillers in packaged snacks and meal replacements. The problem is that these processed forms often contain higher levels of isoflavones, plant compounds that can mimic estrogen in the body. While moderate amounts may not cause an issue, a diet heavy in low-quality soy products can tip the balance away from testosterone. Another issue? Processed soy often comes alongside other testosterone killers, like refined carbs, added sugars, and processed oils, making it a double hit to your hormones. Better choices. If you eat soy, choose whole or minimally processed forms like organic edamame, tofu, or tempeh. Limit soy protein powders unless they're from high-quality, non-GMO, minimally processed sources. Rotate plant proteins, include lentils, chickpeas, hemp seeds, and pumpkin seeds for variety. Making this switch doesn't mean cutting soy completely, it means upgrading the quality so it supports your health instead of undermining it. In the next section, we'll put everything together and build a testosterone-friendly plate so you can see exactly what a day of eating should look like. If your plate could talk, here's what it would say to keep your testosterone strong. Feed me in a way that keeps blood sugar steady, reduces inflammation, and gives me the raw materials to make hormones. A testosterone-friendly plate has 3 core elements. 1. Quality protein supports muscle maintenance and provides amino acids needed for hormone production. Examples: grass-fed beef, pasture-raised eggs, wild-caught salmon, organic chicken, lentils, or pumpkin seeds. 2. Healthy fats crucial for making testosterone. Cholesterol is the starting molecule for hormone synthesis. Examples: avocado, extra virgin olive oil, nuts, seeds, and fatty fish. 3. Colorful vegetables and AMP. Fiber reduce inflammation, aid digestion, and help remove excess estrogen from the body. Examples: leafy greens, cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, bell peppers, berries. Example day of testosterone-supporting meals: breakfast, scrambled eggs with spinach and avocado, side of blueberries. Lunch, grilled salmon over mixed greens with olive oil dressing, walnuts, and cherry tomatoes. Snack, Greek yogurt with pumpkin seeds and a sprinkle of cinnamon. Dinner, grass-fed steak, roasted Brussels sprouts, and sweet potato wedges with coconut oil. This isn't about restriction, it's about construction. Every bite you take can either protect or chip away at your testosterone. With a plate like this, you're signaling your body all day long to stay in build mode. In the next section, I'll give you the July 14th 30-day food reset plan so you'll know what changes to expect and when. Changing your diet isn't just about what you take out, it's about how your body adapts and responds over time. Here's what you can expect if you commit to removing testosterone-killing foods and replacing them with hormone-supporting choices. By day 7, early relief, less bloating and fewer energy crashes after meals. Slightly more stable mood and focus throughout the day. Improved digestion from replacing processed foods with whole ingredients. By day 14, noticeable shifts, morning energy feels stronger and more consistent. Subtle changes in body composition, less water retention and a leaner look around the waist. better sleep quality, which helps your body produce more testosterone overnight. By day 30, solid gains, sustained physical energy for daily tasks and exercise. More mental clarity and motivation to take on projects. Stronger signs of healthy testosterone activity, such as improved strength, quicker recovery, and higher morning drive. If you tested your hormone levels, you might see measurable improvements compared to day 1. Key tip: don't expect perfection from yourself, expect consistency. Even small slip-ups won't undo your progress as long as you get back on track with your next meal. Over weeks and months, these food changes create a stronger, more stable hormonal foundation. In the next section, we'll do a quick food audit so you can find out exactly how much your current diet is helping or hurting your testosterone. Before you change what's on your plate, let's find out how much of your current diet is working against you. Answer each question with a simple yes or no. Be honest, because this is for you, not anyone else. 1. Do you eat processed sweets or refined carbs, white bread, pastries, soda, more than 3 times a week? A. Yes, means you're likely spiking insulin and lowering testosterone signals. 2. Do you drink alcohol more than 2 to 3 times a week? Frequent drinking can interfere with testosterone production and sleep quality. 3. Do you regularly use soybean, corn, or canola oil for cooking or in packaged foods? These oils can increase inflammation and disrupt hormone communication. 4. Is most of your soy intake from processed sources like soy protein isolate or soy-based snacks? Low-quality soy can tip the balance toward estrogen and away from testosterone. 5. Do most of your meals lack a balance of protein, healthy fats, and colorful vegetables? Without this balance, your body may be missing key nutrients needed for hormone production. Scoring: 4 to 5 yes answers. Your diet is working against your testosterone, time to reset. 2 to 3 yes answers. You're making some good choices, but there's room for improvement. 0 to 1 yes answers. Your diet is likely supporting testosterone well, keep it up and fine-tune as needed. In the next section, I'll give you a closing metaphor that will make you see your diet in a whole new light, and why every meal is either fueling your testosterone or extinguishing it. Think of your testosterone like a steady campfire. When it's burning strong, it gives you heat, light, and the energy to keep going, just like testosterone fuels your strength, focus, and drive. Every meal you eat is either adding a dry log to that fire, or pouring a bucket of water on it. Processed sugars, refined oils, excess alcohol, and low-quality soy are like repeated splashes of water. They don't always put the fire out instantly, but over time, the flames grow weaker and harder to rekindle. On the other hand, whole proteins, healthy fats, and nutrient-rich vegetables are the logs that keep the fire alive. The more often you choose these, the more your fire grows, and the more it can withstand the occasional rainstorm. Your plate is your fire pit. You decide whether it burns bright or fades away. In the final section, I'll leave you with a challenge, a simple choice you can make starting with your very next meal to protect your testosterone for the long run. You don't have to watch your strength, confidence, and energy fade just because you're over 60. Your age isn't the main reason testosterone drops, your daily food choices are. And that's the best news I can give you, because food is something you control. Every time you sit down to eat, you have the power to either protect your hormones or work against them. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s turn things around, not with extreme diets or expensive supplements, but by replacing hormone-draining foods with those that build testosterone naturally. Within weeks, they woke up with more energy, moved with more strength, and felt that spark of drive again. So here's my challenge to you. With your very next meal, make one swap. Replace the processed carb with a lean protein. Switch the refined oil for olive oil. Cut the sugary drink and pour a glass of water. Do it once. Then again. Then again. And watch how those small, repeated choices add up, not just in your testosterone levels, but in the way you feel every single day. Your best years don't have to be behind you. With the right fuel, they can still be burning bright ahead.